Hey, good afternoon and peace and blessings. I just want to continue on what I usually make my content about, spiritual warfare, that and the correlation between narcissism and, having demons attached to your vessel, NPCs, agents of Satan. When you are light of this world, when you are truly chosen, you are marked by God, you are touched by God. You cannot be harmed. Demons have no authority over your vessel. Demonic agents cannot harm you unless you physically initiate it or God himself initiates them to harm you, to test you. But it's very seldom that God will do that. People cannot harm you, they cannot attack you, they cannot force you to do anything sinfully. These demonic agents are in your life to watch you, to observe you, to steer you in certain directions that are sinful, that are evil. But as long as you're close to God, you're connected to God, and you stay solid, you're of sober mind, you can weave through this matrix and walk through this matrix like Neo in the movie. That is what they don't want you to understand as chosen, if you do not understand it yet. But it's pretty simple to me because I'm in my wilderness stage. I understand it. I understood before this, but I definitely understand now. People cannot harm you. You have angels surrounding you. People cannot harm you unless you initiate it on some hothead, angryish, Hulk type of, as long as but you can rebuke people. You have the right and the ability to rebuke people, to take your power back from people trying to witchcraft you. You can rebuke them. You have authority over the demons that are in your vessel, that control them. You can rebuke them and go about your business. So there's nothing to fear from the devil. It's just all smoke and mirrors with this demonic matrix, with this Freemason demonically pushed world that we live in, this physical realm. Because in the spiritual realm, your spirit is a giant, it's massive, it's powerful. You're famous in the spiritual realm. But in the physical realm, you're physical, you're flesh. But people who are fully demon possessed and have demonic handlers understand who you are. So they're going to do their best to monitor you, to try to steer you in the way of a spirit of fear, a spirit of confusion. But as long as you have a sober mind, you understand who you are with God and where you're trying to go with this journey, you'll get to where you're going. And God is going to carry you. God is obviously carrying you because he doesn't let nobody harm you. If people ever harmed you in your life, it was most likely seldom if you were chosen. You most likely never broke a bone. You most likely never were harmed physically to a detriment, because God has always carried you your whole life. You always had a protection over you, a stamp, a godly stamp on your life that demons, even Satan himself cannot step over, cannot disrespect, because it's God. But with great power comes great responsibility. You cannot overstate your power. Do not physically attack anybody out of anger if they, witchcraft you, and it's getting, overwhelming. It's getting, so you get to a certain point when you go through witchcraft, people subliminally, witchcraft you and do all these foolish things. It gets annoying, but in the beginning stages of you being activated, you being chosen, you walking this narrow path to heaven, it becomes heavy. So you will make mistakes. You will get angry. It will, but do not harm people. Do not, physically initiate any type of conflict. But you can rebuke people. You have the right to stand up for yourself and rebuke people. Resist the devil and he shall flee. That's your God-given right as chosen. There's a lot of this world. You can rebuke anyone who tries to witchcraft you if they initiate it. But you can't abuse that power. That doesn't mean you go around hitting people and hoping for the best because you got God on your side. No, but if people if people witchcraft you, you can rebuke them. You can stand up for yourself. You can put them in their demonic place. And they can't do anything about it. Not the police, not the Freemasons, not the devil, not the demons. Because you were chosen. If you were truly chosen, with great power comes great responsibility. You have to understand that these people are going to do everything in their power to steer you in the direction of hell. But it is only by confusion. Their only tactic is confusion. majority of the times. They have to string together a bunch of fairy tale, exaggerated, tales about your old life to get you to believe it, to get you under fear. They have to string together tactics to get you to fear them, to get you to be stuck in the matrix like the rest of these sheep. But as long as you stay spiritually connected to God, and you're a prayer warrior, and when you get to the cusp of your middle ground with God, you'll be fine. There'll be nothing to fear. But for people who don't understand this yet, I'm here to tell you, there's nothing to fear from the matrix. There's nothing to fear from these demonic agents. They have no power. They're just foolish people living normal lives that are demon riddled. Like it's pretty simple. Like there's nothing to fear. There's no magic. There's no spells. Witchcraft is psychology, but it's bare minimum basic level psychology. It's gossipy. It's to get you to be agitated. It's to get you to. It's foolishness. And once you understand that, once you understand it, you'll start slowly taking your power back from these demons that are harbored in these people's vessels. It's just the truth. People cannot harm you. You got angels surrounding you when you sleep. Angels surround you. People cannot harm you. There's nothing to fear from the matrix. There's nothing to fear from the devil himself. God says, I do not give you the spirit of fear, and it's for a reason. It's because he's going to carry you to whatever he needs you to get through. Yes, people are going to be able to chastise you, slander you, with their mouths. That is witchcraft. But they cannot touch you. They cannot harm you. But at the same time, do not abuse your power. Do not feed into it so much to cause it to have you become angry, to strike somebody, or, rebuke them and go about your business. Rebuke them in a calmly manner. Joke it off, laugh it off, rebuke them, but keep it moderate, and you'll be fine. And they cannot harm you. The devil doesn't want you to know that. The devil doesn't want you to know who you are. He doesn't want you walking in your purpose. He doesn't want you to be what you're destined to be. But the devil doesn't understand that God is going to push you to be who you are regardless of anything he throws at you. That's why he's making you go through certain things. That's one thing demons in demonic vessels and NPCs and demonic agents don't understand, is that God is going to force you to do whatever he wants you to do anyway, because it is God. There is nothing that the devil can do to stop what God has set in place. It is common sense. If people can understand that, we have demonic handlers, we have demons controlling our vessel, this and that, I'm pretty sure on the flip side of that, you understand people that are chosen, people that are lovers of God, the light of this world, they have God backing them. There is nothing you can do to win against God. The devil has tried it. He is an angel. I don't think mere humans can do it. If the devil himself, one of the most beautiful angels, tried to go against God and lost and failed severely, so how can humans do it? You have nothing to fear. You have nothing to fear from the matrix, from this demonic world, from these agents of Satan. They can do nothing but monitor you and push the spirit of fear into you. But once you get close to God truly, and you understand who you are, and you walk in authority with God, and you glorify God every day by doing that, you won't be under the spirit of fear. When I was first chosen and I first understood, maybe 8-9 months ago, I was under the spirit of fear sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes, because I didn't understand my abilities. I didn't understand the limits of my power and my connection with God yet. But I realized that there is a place where God is taking me that no man, no devil, no demon can stop. It is just up to you to walk to that purpose, to run to that purpose, to fly to that purpose. That is the key. You must put your first foot forward to your purpose. But no demonic agent, no demonic spirit, no disembodied spirit, no demon, the devil himself cannot stop you from doing what you're destined to do. Because what God has set in place, no man shall abolish. And I'm just paraphrasing, excuse me, but I'll leave that scripture below in the description. but I'm paraphrasing. But that is the truth. You will not go to jail. You will not be harmed if you love God, if you glorify God. You will get to your blessings. It won't be easy because God has to put you through witchcraft. He has to put you through the fire so you can tell other people how it is. So you can explain it to them in a way they can understand. People will slander you. People will seek to push you out of society because you carry the light. People will fear you. People will be jealous of you. People will envy you. People will do everything in their power to stop you from your purpose instead of getting the light in their vessel themselves. You have to realize what you wrestle against, the spirit, not the flesh. People will spend their whole entire existences seeking to stop you singular from going to your purpose, from your walk with God, instead of fixing their own. So you're going to go through a lot sometimes. You're going to go through things because people don't care about their own personal connection with God. They just seek to stop anyone else's. That's what you wrestle against. The spirit, not the flesh. These Jezebel spirits, these Ahab spirits, these antichrist spirits. Narcissism. Narcissists are very antichrist. They hate God. They feel as though God cursed them. They feel as though woe is to them. Everything is about them. They don't want to take accountability for their sins, but they still sin. They don't want to accept the fact that they made certain decisions to gain demonic spirits. They don't even want to put the due diligence to get rid of them. That's what you wrestle with. People who complain about having demons, hate having demons, want everyone else that they know to have demons, but won't do anything to get rid of their own demons. Won't do a darn thing. You wrestle with the spirit, not the flesh. This is spiritual warfare. You have authority over the demons in this physical realm because they do not belong here. You are marked by God. You are chosen. You will not be harmed. You will go to your purpose regardless of what any demonic agent thinks, says, or feels. And psychologically, these demonic agents will push the spirit of fear in you because they realize that you're going to do your purpose. They don't want you to go on your purpose. So they will push everything in your mind to get you to forget about it, to be distracted, to be fearful of it. But the spirit of fear is not of God. That is demonic. These people are in the spirit of fear. They fear the devil. They fear hell. They fear the damnation. But they will not do anything to change it. So they see you and the light that you carry, and they seek to destroy it. They seek to deter you. They seek to eradicate it. They're antichrist in spirit. With the power that you have, the light that you carry, the authority over demons that you have, do not abuse it. In the beginning, God will give you leeway, but if you keep feeding into these demons in their games, He's going to let somebody strike you. He's going to have to show you. You have to find a moderate level to rebuke these demons, the demons in people's spirits, and go about your business and do what God has called you to do. God is calling you. You have a calling. You have a purpose. You do not have time to be fighting people in the streets. But you can rebuke anyone who seeks to witchcraft you, and they cannot do anything about it. They will sit in your face and allow you to talk, because that is the deal they signed with the devil by being demonic agents. Yes, they can bother you, they can chastise you, they can slander you, but if you rebuke them, they cannot do nothing back. They have to sit there and listen to your rebuking, and they're not allowed to do anything. That is the secret. That's the recipe. Take your power back from the devil. Resist the devil and he shall flee. Do not let any demonic agent tell you who you are when God himself, their creator, The devil's creator has chosen you. Who is any demonic agent in this physical realm to tell you God's chosen who you are and what you're going to do and what you will not do, when God himself, our creator, is saying otherwise? Don't fall for the trap. Don't feed into the demonic activities, the negativity, the gimmicks, the game. Everything with the devil is gimmicky. He will make up a narrative, a storyline, even if it is completely false, even if it doesn't make any sense, and run with it to demonically attack you, to keep you attached to certain things. But once you do not care, you will break the curse. As chosen, you are a generational curse breaker. You have to break those curses from your family line, from intimate relationships that you may have had out of wedlock before you were activated. You have to break those curses. So you have to go through things. You have to go through witchcraft. You have to bear the weight of those curses until you get your blessings with your walk with God. You have to bear the weight of the curses. That is your penance for sinning. I bared the weight of my curses for lying with women out of wedlock. In my family's line, their curses as well. I've bared the weight of their curses, and now they are weightless. And you can do the same as well. You just have to do your due diligence. Pay attention, be of a sober mind, and resist the devil daily. Bear your cross daily. You're chosen. People won't accept it. They'll fear it. They'll hate it. They'll envy it. But there is nothing even the devil himself can do about that fact. You are chosen. God will make you and push you and carry you to do what he has set you to do. You just have to keep doing it yourself. You have to wake up every day, respect God, glorify God, believe in God, lean on God's understanding and not your own. And you are fine. And I do it every day. It is not rocket science to serve God, to glorify God. It is pretty simple. You pray. You keep yourself sexually pure. You try your best to fight your flesh, and you bear your cross. And you openly cherish God. You openly tell people about God. Not in private. And you'll be fine. The devil, these demonic agents, these Freemasons, this demonic physical realm that we're in is smoke and mirrors. They know it, God knows it, and now you know it. And I know it as well. I knew it for a long time. But I don't think the devil has caught up to the fact that I know it. But he will understand. Sooner than later. I overstand. This is a game. This is a test. Biblical instructions before leaving earth. This earth, this physical realm that we're in is corrupted. This is a test before we get to heaven, our true home. For everyone on earth, not just you as chosen, the light of this world, everyone, anyone. This is a test for you to show your love for God so you can reap the benefits of heaven, your true home. Adam and Eve, our forefathers, destroyed the covenant they had with God and destroyed how the earth was supposed to end up. So your penance is to glorify God with your existence, and you will live eternity in hell. But the opposite is damnation. If you want to choose to be your own God, that can die, people, these so-called Freemasons preach, live, be your own God. But you can die. You can get shot. You can get stabbed. You can crash your car and perish. You are not a God. You are a blasphemer, an idolater, and a fool if you believe that you're your own God. These women, they practice this witchcraft, this divine feminine. They're goddesses, but you can die. These divine feminine goddesses will not jump off a bridge, but they will control an effeminate male under the Jezebel spirit. But you are not goddess enough to jump off a bridge and fly, because you are not a goddess. You are a human woman who is under demonic control, and you are foolish. You must bear your cross. You must glorify God. Leave the spirit of fear for the devil. The devil is in the spirit of fear. He understands his time in this physical realm is short. So he's pushing. He's Patrick Mahomes touchdown throwing this demonic agenda to people. Even these children who won't even join their families in heaven. These demonic people seek to teach their children this demonic stuff, and they will not be with you in hell. That's how much the devil was nervous, scared. He's ready to blow this whole earth up so much that he's trying to get everyone to go to hell. You have to see it. You have to understand it. Pray for the gift of discernment. It is pivotal. These people fear the devil more than they fear God, so they chose their side. If you fear the servant more than the creator, you are a fool. It is common sense. And like I always say in my videos, cloak yourself in the armor of God. Become a prayer warrior. Pray for spiritual gifts. Pray for the gift of discernment first. For wisdom. Wisdom is key in the spiritual warfare. Wisdom is power. Knowledge is power. These people in this generation and generations before me are ignorant. They are carnally minded. They are reprobated minded. They are very ignorant to simple common sense. So if you keep your brain of a sober mind, if you're constantly updating your brain, which is a natural computer, with godly things, even worldly things that are of benefit to God, you will destroy them in any attempt they seek to destroy your walk with God. In peace and blessings.